Declan Ellis, big decision, final edit commentary. At the beginning there, I've decided to start putting the date so it gives the audience a more feel of the timing of the area and space, so that way they know what's going on if there's a time skip. I've used this. I've cut the shots down so that they don't jump as quick as they did the first time, because they went too fast for a slow-paced film like this. So I took it more slowly. The sound is all smooth. I can't hear any background noise right now. I don't think I can. So I've compressed that and that's come out okay. The typing scenes I've had to speed up and then edit the sound to sound like a normal pace. And I recorded my own typing separately. So even though in the film it's a diegetic sound that you can hear out. Diegetic. It's kind of the opposite, even though the audience can hear it. As you can see, when he's typing, it's faster. Here I've used the first person shot, and you can see and hear Carly moving, but obviously that's why they say don't work with children. This shot's a bit blurry, but as you zoom in you can see that it's still, you can still read it, but it was hard because we were working on a computer, which blurry shots are bound to happen. So what do you think so far? Any issues are?
I'd probably say that the first person point of view shots you would do slower.
You're okay.
Seeing how it's a
You're alright, everything's fine. You're fine. The shots are like working with children again. The shots are like we would have toys in one place at 1 minute and then they'd be gone the next, obviously because of working with children. And I had to compress the sound so that the conversation all sound about the same level. There's another timeline, so it shows any time that might have passed, especially with it being on the laptop still. It's harder to tell that there's been a time skip with the conversation sort of being in the same place, and I wanted a new day, so it was. It also shows that he's not able to. He's too stressed to change clothes and wash. He's in the same clothes as the day before, and he even like just there I used the same audio to carry on through the shot. Now here's the scene with where he's putting the tablet in the drink and the music kicks in and it's all sad and it's building up the tension to get into the finale. So he crushes the tablet and these.
What song did you use?
It was a made one from Chloe. She made it on a Mac. I didn't have the ability to get to any kind of software hardware for that matter, to use it, because the hardware I've got at home is like really old and it doesn't run any newish kind of software to be able to do that anyway. Here I went onto a face shot and then went back to the cup, so it looked as if the powder had dissolved, and we used a lot of for this scene we used a lot of over the shoulder shots, and you can see it's later at night and like it's getting later in the day, and instead of skipping to upstairs on this shot I decided to drag it out and make him walk up the stairs because it builds up the tension there, and whereas the other shots I would usually skip to upstairs to give the pace a bit like more normal, and it works better for this scene. And I think the music works from scene 5 to scene 6 because it gives the ability to use the whole music as well as the music building up and the tension. And some of these are retakes from the lighting, but we're going to overlay it with a sort of like just like an overlay sort of to give it a different effect to make them all look the same. So some of the reshoots are earlier in the day, and like that's why on that one it was better though, because I was crying, and here I've covered the screen to look like his eyes and then it blurs out, so that's where the scene ends, and then it leads into the credits. So it's just got directed by Chloe, produced by Kaylee, and story written by me. So is there anything you'd say improve, or any shots that you think?
I would say that you could just perhaps like lighting and stuff, you know.
Okay.
I didn't use that for mine, but yeah, you could, you know, change lighting a bit for different scenes depending on.
That's what the overlay is going to be, to help do that. Changing maybe the RGB to get the right colour in for each scene. Okay, thank you.